Life is too short to wait for the perfect moment to begin. Time is one of the few things you can't get back, and yet so many of us treat it as if it's infinite. The reality is that the average person has just 30,000 days to live, around 82 years. If you're 30, you've already spent 11,000 of them, gone, never to return. So, what are you doing with the time you have left? It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we can afford to wait for someday to do the things we want. But here's the truth. Someday is a dangerous word. It tricks you into believing that the future will be a perfect time to begin, but the future is not promised. The truth is, the time to start is now. Shift your perspective. Time is a finite resource. We often assume that life stretches out forever, but the clock keeps ticking. You could live to 100, but that doesn't mean you should waste the next 10 years waiting for things to line up perfectly. Stop assuming that time is on your side, because the longer you wait, the more you risk losing out on what matters most. The first step to making the most of your time is shifting your perspective on how you use it. We all have goals, dreams, and aspirations, but they don't just happen. They require action, daily effort, and intentional choices. Understanding time perception. Breaking the illusion. Why does time seem to fly by faster the older we get? It's because of how our brains perceive time. When you're a kid, everything feels new and exciting, so time feels slower. But as an adult, we fall into repetitive routines. Same breakfast, same commute, same meetings. Days start to blur together, and time seems to slip through your fingers. This is known as time blindness. It's not that time is moving faster, it's that we stop noticing it. To combat this, you need to shake up your routine. Take a different route to work, try a new hobby, make new friends. Each new experience forces your brain to pay attention, making time feel more expansive. And by doing so, you create more meaningful moments that will enrich your life and leave you feeling like you've truly lived. The importance of prioritization. Here's a hard truth. You're probably spending more time on things that don't matter than you realize. It's easy to fill your day with tasks that seem urgent, but they might not actually be important. This is where prioritization comes in. Think about your life in the long term. Imagine yourself at 90 years old, looking back. Will you care about that extra hour you spent working on an irrelevant task or the time you spent with your loved ones? It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle, but it's essential to remember that time with family, health, and growth are irreplaceable. One of the most powerful tools for focusing on what really matters is the to-list strategy. Write down everything you want to accomplish and then circle the top 3 priorities. Everything else becomes your avoid list. Don't waste time on what doesn't contribute to your goals, and don't let distractions like social media or trivial tasks suck away the time that could be spent on your true priorities. Relationships, the key to expanding your life. When you focus on the people around you, your family, friends, colleagues, you enrich your life in ways that material possessions can't replicate. Relationships work like bank accounts. Every interaction is either a deposit or a withdrawal. Small gestures like sending a text to check in, remembering a detail, or offering a kind word add up over time. A critical insight here is that shared suffering builds stronger bonds than shared pleasure. Going through tough times together creates a deeper connection than simply enjoying fun experiences. And don't forget about your weak ties, those acquaintances you may not see often. They're more important than you think. Weak ties bring new opportunities, ideas, and perspectives into your life. Moreover, helping others is an investment in your own happiness and time. It may seem paradoxical, but giving time away actually makes you feel like you have more of it. When you expand your circle by helping others, you are creating a life that feels richer, fuller, and more meaningful. Live outside your comfort zone. You will never experience true growth if you stay where it's comfortable. So often, we opt for the easy path, keeping our job, staying in our routine, avoiding new challenges. But to achieve greatness, you need to step outside your comfort zone. Take risks, push yourself to do things you've never done before, and try new things. When it comes to your career, don't optimize for money early on. Instead, prioritize learning. The skills you gain will compound into opportunities down the road. Money will follow knowledge, so focus on gaining expertise. Careers aren't linear anymore. They're more like jungle gyms. You don't need to climb straight up. Moving sideways or even backward for a time can build your unique skill set and prepare you for greater success later. Health as the foundation. Without good health, everything else becomes difficult. Your health is the foundation of your life. It affects your energy, your focus, and your productivity. Make time for your physical and mental well-being because without it, time becomes an endless struggle. Here's a simple way to think about it. Would you rather have 8 energized hours or 12 draining ones? Your energy is more valuable than the time you have. Prioritize sleep, exercise, and mental health practices. Micro workouts, like a quick walk or some push-ups, add up over time and will leave you feeling more alert and capable. And remember, the body needs movement to keep the mind clear. Don't let yourself get stuck in a rut where your health and vitality take a back seat. Strategic learning and growth. In life, learning never stops, but it's not just about memorizing facts, it's about growing, adapting, and improving. When you learn something new, don't just keep it to yourself, teach it. Teaching is one of the best ways to solidify your knowledge. You don't need to be an expert to help others understand what you've learned. Additionally, remember the power of constraints. Limited time or resources can spark creativity, forcing you to think outside the box. Don't be afraid of failure. Learn to quit strategically when something isn't serving your growth. The best investments you'll make in life are in skills, learning, and experiences. Emotional intelligence, a superpower. Emotional intelligence is one of the most important tools you can have. Life doesn't always go as planned, and your ability to navigate challenges, stay calm in chaos, and manage your emotions will determine how successful and fulfilled you are. Here's something most people don't know. Emotions last about 90 seconds in your body. After that, you're choosing to stay in the emotion. Recognizing that you have control over your emotional state gives you a massive advantage. Smart people know how to regulate their emotions. It's not about suppressing feelings, but rather about choosing how to respond. Financial wisdom and true wealth money isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about freedom. Freedom to spend your time as you wish. The more money you make, the more you tend to spend, which leads to the trap of lifestyle inflation. So, what's the real financial skill? Building margins. Live below your means and create space for opportunities to come your way. Instead of spending all your time and energy accumulating objects, focus on experiences. They last longer and they enrich your life in ways that material possessions simply can't. Design your life. Your life isn't something that happens to you. It's something you actively design. You can shape your future, create your own opportunities, and build a life you love. Don't wait for the perfect moment to begin. Start now. Live with intention. Invest in your relationships, your growth, and your health. Every moment counts, and the more you make of it, the more you'll find that life becomes an exciting adventure. Time is the most precious resource you have. Don't waste it. Start living with purpose and design the life you truly want. The horizon is waiting, and the time to move toward it is now.